impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This game, the ninth that the Jags have played here in London. You might know that Shad Khan, he's the owner of both the Jaguars and Fulham in the English Premier League on the soccer side of things. And this is the third of 3 London games the NFL will play this year. But there is one more game to come over on the continent. The Seahawks and Bucks from Munich, Germany. The first time a regular season game will be played there. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Here's Pollard again. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He was brought down by Foyesade Aluakin. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
19.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Wilson. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Allen able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Taken from about the 12. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there, called it to 26. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now ETN to start the drive. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, hold it. Hey, whoa.
Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. But I think the ball's out. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen, getting in there defensively. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson, throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
People are getting paid. People are cashing checks.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They go play action now. Wilson. Albert Okuwebunam, the intended target. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run left with Pollard, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, this one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? On 3rd down, it's Pollard. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And as a running back, you've got to be saying, where did he come from? He covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and he was able to stop his man before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
And the next-gen stats show us the top speed there, better than 18 miles an hour. And they'll accept that penalty. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. second down, Williams. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, tried his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tony Pollard with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need him right.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw it.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now Pollard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Pollard. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal.
This a 31-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
They'll look to ETN to start things out.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Screenplay, here's ETN.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
From midfield now, Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And Ingram hauls it in. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Trayvon Walker makes the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something because we're into the 3rd?
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 13-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 33 yards that time.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, They do like to dial up a deep ball right away, and if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. And the Jags are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Ready, set.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. Touchdown! Evan Ingram from 4 yards out. And the Jags have even the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. Patterson now for the extra point. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Run for Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, open man, he completes it to Judy. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run forward, Pollard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
On the double. Look at me. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
James Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Trayvon Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season. So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough 3rd down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on 2nd down.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's Pollard again. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Wide open. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
Borg says, partner, he knows winning.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Pollard going to try the right side.
And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's going to be caught. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Pollard is going backwards here. They come in and drop it all the way back at the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
His pack became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for third and goal. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but fourth down coming up.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. An incompletion there on fourth and goal from the 3. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And a short gain down to about the 33. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
They'll run with Pollard. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Now Pollard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in a driving rain, he steps up, puts it through just like he's practicing in a gym somewhere.
How about that? Any little slip in this weather is going to throw him off. He stepped up there like it was perfect conditions, took dead aim, and knocked it through.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Great. Go, go. Hey, boy.
final shot now for Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Broncos, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Photo, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me, that's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB, these Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key, I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Photo, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.